What's good? Welcome to the Inkpad, my creative studio, and also that's the name of my brand, and this is where I run my brand. Today I'm going to be counting inventory. I'm going to literally count every single item that I have on hand because I have an impulse issue of just buying stuff because I think it looks cool, and I have no strategy to kind of like move it out and get it to people and make sales. So we're gonna count out everything so I could develop a better plan for that. As well as, I just need to clean my apartment. I am going to be moving soon because I've been having issues with this apartment complex, and I'll be moving in like 6 days, like very soon. So in general, I just need to get my life together, and I'm going to record all of that on here. So yeah. What's up? Grab a little seat. I feel unsafe. But okay, so what I've pretty much done is put all the different items together. We got jerseys hung up, got some hoodies hung up, and rest of the jerseys are in here. Shorts in there, t-shirts. All the way over there is hats. But what I did was just get all my tubs out so I could see everything, separate it, and then I am old school. I'm gonna write everything down in this journal and then upload it to a spreadsheet. I probably could just put it on a spreadsheet first, but that's not how I wanna do things, so. Okay, I think I'm missing a pair of shorts. Okay, so I figured out that I am missing a medium. I have no clue where it's at, but I'm not about to stress over it. So we have 24 pairs of shorts, 15 jerseys, and 15 black jerseys, and 21 pink jerseys. Next, we are going to get into the t-shirts, which is probably going to take the most work, and then the hats are going to be pretty quick. And I want to get some better lighting for this project. I found the other pair of shorts. I was taking pictures with them. But okay, so next is going to be the more complicated task. We are going to count the shirts. So we have Ink X in brown. It's like this pink raspberry color, and in white. And then we have this Create shirt in black and white. I think I'm going to separate the Creates first. Okay, so the lighting in my apartment is really not the best, but we got the table. I moved all the hats. Yes, this is gonna make this tremendously easier. So I think what we're gonna do is just do one shirt at a time, get them lined up by the size, and then count them that way. I don't know if that made sense, but you're about to see the whole process, of course. Classic ink in the red, and it says art on the clock on the back. So there are 6 colors total of everything. So we have medium and 3 smalls. Interesting. Did not know the stock was so low on that. Small, 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 and medium. Give you a look of the shirt. 4. That one was easy. And then what I do is I just fold them up like this, so they will fit in the buckets easier. Next, let's do the next smallest one. It's going to be the red one. Small, small, XL, and 2X. Dos pequeños. And then 5 total of this. And boom. And 1 extra small. Looks like 11. And yep, check that one more again. 2 larges. 8, 9, 10, 11. As you can see, it takes me a long time to count. I'm not always the brightest crayon, I guess you could say. And I do have OCD, so I do go over, counting everything quite a bit. I realized I have to count the hoodies as well. I don't have a bunch of hoodie stock, so it should go quick. Now the 10, this is actually a restock that actually just didn't move as much as I thought it was going to. But yeah, the first one I had sold out of one size, and I think I got a bunch and I ended up just getting too many, I guess you could say. Yeah, okay, so I see a large. One day I should like ask someone to help me out with this, and maybe I end up having a conversation with someone. That would be a cool content idea. 1, 2, 3, yep. I don't really remember if all the sizes sold out or just, I know the medium sold out very quickly. So I was like, let me get some more. But okay, now we just got the create shirts. This says create 3 times in different fonts. Nothing's on the back, and I have it in black and white. This is actually a restock too. I think I had them in black and red, and that sold out completely, and I got more in just the black and the white. That's a small too. Yeah, we got a little bit of everything here. Okay, so I was listening to music, but I guess I decided to talk to the camera now. No large, yeah, 1, 2, 2X. I feel like I'm gonna have like 60 total. This is what the sheet looks like, if for some reason you were curious. And it's looking like we have exactly 50 shirts. Interesting. So, and this is, I sell my shirts at a minimum of $20. So $1,000 worth of inventory, like I said, just sitting. $600 that I've spent just sitting, and a potential of $1,000 just sitting. To put some stuff into perspective. So next we are going to get into the hats though. Oh my gosh, that was not supposed to happen like that. $1,000 right here. You know what I'm saying? Just cooling. Okay, so there should be, I think, 48 of each hat. I'm gonna show everything like at the end, but here we go. We got pink, brown. It says I, and then create on the side. I should have had it say create up here. I think that would have been cool. And I have a black one right here. Some of the black ones are a little damaged, but create. That's counted up. Do the pink first. 11, 12, 13, 14, yep, 48 pink. Cause I've sold one and I keep one for myself. 25 and 48. Perfect. 14. Looks like 31. So there are 48 pink hats, 48 tan hats, and 31 black. That's kind of a shock. Like I said, I thought I sold more black hats, and I really had no business buying more. But yeah, this is all part of the experience. I wanted to be able to confront my spending situation, so you know, it's all good. Okay. My gosh. Okay, we are almost done. Now we just gotta do the hoodies. They're legit like 6 hoodies, probably. I feel like there's supposed to be more. So, we have like 10 hoodies total. We got 1 large. This was a small colorway or a small quantity that I got for this like beige off-white colorway. 1 medium and 1 small red create. Let me show you it. Red create. 1 extra small red love language, and then 1 extra small black. This was a Valentine's Day collection I did, and it has sold pretty well, and I ended up doing a restock. I think these are only 2 left. This is the Ink X hoodie with the create on the back. Me mixing up stuff and experimenting, and I wanted to do a zipper hoodie. But it looks like we have extra small and a small left in that. And then we have the same thing, a completely like different hoodie though. It's in a purple, but same design, but it's a different type of hoodie. I was experimenting with different products or different blanks. 4 total in that. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, literally just 11 hoodies. I think this is gonna be like 5K worth of inventory, like what I would make in gross sales. And I feel like I've spent like maybe $2,000, $2,500 on all of this stuff, and it's just kind of sitting. So I'm gonna count up those numbers, and then we're gonna get some food, and yeah, we gonna get into it. Okay, so I have my laptop up. I have input all the quantities. I put the cost of goods, the expenses, the price that I sell things at, and so by the end of this, we are going to see how many items that I have total, how much I have spent, so what is my expenses, my cost of goods for the inventory that I have, and what the this number that I call the on the table price. So if I were to sell out of everything that I have, how much money would I have? And that number kind of gets me motivated to be like, okay, Corey, we got all this money sitting on the table and we need to move it. I was in extreme amount of shock at the amount that I have in the expenses. So I'm gonna go over that, and let me get the totals real quick. I have 36 jerseys. They cost me $36 to get here. So the cost of goods is the actual price that the manufacturer charges me, as well as the shipping to get it to me. So that's $36, just about. These are all rough estimates. So at 36 jerseys for costing me $36 each, that is $1,200, about $1,300 in that I've spent in the jerseys that you saw. I sell the jerseys for $70 each, roughly. The most I've done is $80. The least I've done is about $60. And so on the table, I have $25.20 in jerseys, which is crazy. For shorts, I have 25 in stock. They cost me $20 to make, which means I have $500 in expenses for the shorts. The sale price for each short, I'm doing $30 right now. Definitely need to bring that up. The cost of goods is very high and it's a very low profit margin. But I have $750 on the table for the shorts. And also be mindful, like, I'm going to be doing giveaways and giving stuff to like influencers and stuff. So I won't be like exactly selling out of each item. Like, some of them will be given away. So that's just something to keep in mind. Okay, next I have the shirts. I have 50 shirts. On average, they are about $13, $18. And so that means that I have $659 cost of goods for those 50 shirts. And if I were to sell out of them with a minimum of $20, then I would make $1,000. We have 127 hats. They cost $11.20. This is my highest profit margin item. I have spent $1,422.40 on the hats. I'm just going to say $1,400 on the hats. And I sell them at $40, which is, you know, high bang for my buck. And if I were to sell them out, I would make $5K. $5K in hats is crazy at the $40 price point. And then hoodies. I have 11 hoodies left. They average out at about $30, which means I have $330 of expenses for hoodies. If I were to sell the hoodies at $50, then I would make $550. Altogether, I have, this number is crazy. I have $4,207.40 worth of expenses in all the items. So that is 36 jerseys, 25 shorts, 50 shirts, 127 hats, and 11 hoodies left. And here is the number that I am terrified for. What is my on the table number? Drum roll, please, huh? So if I were to be getting my life together and sell out of the inventory, you know, do what I'm, you know, get my marketing together, be, you know, showing up at the pop-ups, having my little pitch together about my brand, I would make about $10K, $9,900 even. What the inventory is sitting, I gotta get my life together. This is crazy. Nigga, I'm not rich. I don't even know where I got the money to get this together. I have to contemplate my life. I project that I will be, you know, making this spreadsheet pretty, and maybe I'll put this on here. But yeah, I have spent $4,000 worth of the inventory that's there. And I can make, if I were to take like a couple hundred off, it's still like $9,500 worth of stuff here. Like, I gotta get to work. This was a good thing though, to go over this. Next, I do need to go over what I've actually spent in each month, so I can make sure I get my stuff together for just knowing my overall expenses and taxes and stuff. But I really just be swiping that card, and I gotta get this together. But like I said, this is a good problem to have. At least I do have inventory that I can move, and I do not need to be worrying about buying more stuff. I think that is another thing that I learned. This is largely in part too because the profit margin for the hats is so big. But yeah, we're gonna get it together. I'm gonna be a millionaire soon, so these problems that I have right now are very minuscule. So let's get it done. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the next video and go create something.